It's 9:29, and I want to give a spout about to my 11-year-old. My 11-year-old is the amazing disco jockey who creates this music. So, thanks to Casper for being awesome. Wow, isn't this great? He's just good. Alrighty, so while we reset that, I want to give everybody a welcome to Facebook Live. It's Tuesday Tip Day here with BodyWise. Thanks so much for joining Marissa Krause, dedicated Facebook Live watcher. What's in my water this week? We'll talk about that in just a minute. Quick review of last week. I want to let you know that I've been putting Diatomaceous Earth in my water. Diatomaceous Earth is the frankly sand carcasses of diatoms. Thanks, Marissa. Marissa loves the music. Welcome, Kim Lillian. Great to see you again. Diatomaceous Earth, that is the dead parts of diatoms. But what's amazing about it is that it's a cleanser, it's a parasite reducer, and just be careful if you decide to take it in small doses, because you can end up with a Herxheimer reaction, which I did the first time I took it. I was taking about a half a teaspoon in the morning and at night, and then I upped it to a teaspoon in the morning and at night, and it turns out that I ended up feeling like I had the flu. But that was just my body cleansing and cleaning and responding to the Diatomaceous Earth. So I highly recommend it. A chiropractor told me recently that he recommends DE for 90 days. Whoa, that's a long time. So I'm a week into 90 days. What's in my water this week? I would like to share with you that in my water was Egyptian licorice. Yay, Egyptian licorice tea, as a matter of fact. But before we get into the details of the benefits of Egyptian licorice tea, I would like to give a few other spout-abouts. Number one, it's my mother-in-law's 78th birthday today. Happy birthday to her. And I want to remind you that BodyWise is hosting an event at the Eye of the Needle Winery in Woodinville. That's October 22nd from 2 to 4. So if you like wine and you'd love to support the Seattle Seahawks, they have an amazing bottle called the 12th Blend. So they've got a white 12th blend and a red 12th blend. Highly, highly recommend those wines. And I believe they're uncovering something crazy awesome and special as well coming up soon. So back to our content. Why is Egyptian licorice tea so beneficial? Well, let me tell you why. Number one, it is a mild laxative. So if you find that you've eaten a little too much cheese or some other things that tend to slow things down, you can increase your mobility with just having some licorice tea. Yay! Number two, this one is for Malacca strand. Malacca. Egyptian licorice tea can reduce the symptoms of arthritis. So if you're feeling a little stiff in your joints or sore, licorice tea is an anti-inflammatory, so that's awesome for joints. Also good for my intestines, which I tend toward inflammation. As a matter of fact, I recently had a relapse in my health. I was eating pickles and didn't realize, well, the pickles are good for me, that the juice that the pickles were in included soy sauce, and soy sauce has gluten in it. Welcome, Andrea Schaefer, awesome PT. Let's do a quick spot about for Bothell Physical Therapy right down here in downtown Bothell off of Main Street. They are awesome. If you ever need physical therapy treatment, I recommend you go see Bothell Physical Therapy. Andrea Schaefer's the bomb. Back to licorice tea. So licorice tea, anti-inflammatory, awesome, awesome. Number three, it protects your stomach lining. So if you happen to need some medications that are hard on the stomach, take some licorice tea. It's awesome to help coat your stomach and protect it from the adverse reactions from some medications out there. Number four, licorice tea is a great expectorant, And interestingly enough, after my bout with gluten, which I'm still recovering from, takes a couple weeks, you know, on a plane trip back, I noticed my right ear was a little clogged in the eustachian tube. And the licorice tea has been helping clear that up. So that's an awesome, awesome thing. A quick question for all you out there who may or may not have gluten sensitivities. When you eat gluten, tell me if you have any responses physically. I would love to find out how your body reacts. My body reacts by slowing down bowel movements. My body also gets a little clogged up. My ear hurts. And Marissa would like to know where I get my tea from. The Egyptian licorice tea I have is a yogi tea. So any place that carries yogi teas, you'll find it. I believe Super Supplements may have some yogi tea. I know World Market has teas. PCC has teas. I'm not sure if like QFC and Safeway has teas, those teas in particular. Number 5, regarding licorice, it supports the liver's job to detoxify. So that's another great benefit. If you find you've had a little more of things that you shouldn't and your liver's having trouble, my liver often has trouble, licorice is great for assisting liver. Also, number 6, it's an antispasmodic. For those of you who need antispasmodic treatments, you know who you are. Try licorice tea. Number 7, it reduces depression. So, try licorice tea. Awesome. Number 8, it eases the symptoms of PMS. Yay. Number 9, it treats low blood pressure. It is a source of sodium, so it will help increase blood pressure, which is awesome. And for that reason, there are some cautions about drinking licorice tea, because if you have high blood pressure, it will increase your blood pressure. So just be cautious about that. Here's an interesting note regarding blood pressure. And when I was flying, I flew a red-eye to North Carolina. I could feel, while I was walking to the airport, my legs already began to swell, and my ankles. So I wasn't even on the plane and some swelling had begun. That's odd. And while I was flying, my ankles were swelling up. And then, of course, I was in 3 days of sitting in a workshop. And the swelling of my ankles did not go down significantly. Number 1, I don't always have swelling. And number 2, the swelling, when I do get it, often goes down quickly. Sorry about the dog. In this case, the swelling did not go away until I came back home, and I believe I was because of the licorice tea. So one of the precautions regarding licorice tea has to do with swelling in the ankles and the face. So I was able to determine, I am so sorry about that dog. I was able to determine the source of my swelling. Maybe we need a little music. Number 10, this is a really good, important number 10 benefit for the health and well-being of licorice tea. For all you who struggle with blood pressure, just to let you know. Number 10, licorice tea fights the formation of plaque in your blood vessels. The reason my dog is barking is because I have someone at the door. Fun and amazing. Okay, so to wrap this up quick, you need to know, don't take licorice tea more than 3 cups a day and more than a month in a row for all the precautions I mentioned before. It can cause sodium buildup, which increases your high blood pressure, and swelling in your face and your ankles. And that's a wrap up for today's Facebook Live. Marissa, thanks so much for joining me. Akemba Sue, thanks. And Kim Lillian and Andrea Schaefer. Friday, we'll be talking again. Hope to see you there, 9:30 a.m. PST. And by the way, just to remind you, keep your mind healthy, think body-wise. Keep your heart healthy, feel body-wise. And keep your body moving by moving body-wise. Thanks, that's a wrap.